So this is a video I'm excited to record, and it's also a little bit new for me because I'm using OBS to do some video capture, and I think I'll just make this a bit smaller, maybe like that. And first of all, let me just introduce myself. My mom is calling. Just a moment. Hallo? Hey, kan du ikke ringe om en times tid or something? Eller noget? Fordi jeg er lige midt i noget. Okay, okay, so I just told her to call in about an hour or something. I actually said or something instead of Danish. Anyways, my name is Michael or Mikael, and I'm a black belt in Kung Fu, and I've always been interested in various martial arts, so Zen-Dragon, my project, has never been focused solely on Kung Fu. And actually at this moment, I've transitioned into training Krav Maga, but it's still a little new to me. So having founded Zen-Dragon, I'm both a YouTuber and an Instagrammer, and there's also like the website zendragon.net, the Facebook page. And I also last year co-founded the project Medgang with my girlfriend Anna. And if we click here, it will take us straight to the Medgang Facebook page, which is in Danish as we're situated in Denmark. But basically this project is all about using your passion to others. And what we've done thus far is my girlfriend is a yoga instructor and I'm a martial arts instructor. So we've offered free trainings for people with difficult circumstances, and we were able to reach out and get free facilities. So a shout out to the local library, as well as the place where my mom, who just called, where she lives, and people help her out. She has some mental health issues at times. So we're also able to use that place's facilities now. And we've also reached out to a project in Honduras. Let's see. This is just in Honduras, where there's this amazing guy offering free Taekwondo lessons.
Saludo con la mano derecha. Saludo con la mano derecha. Michelle, saludo con la mano derecha.
But the point is just to say that you can actually use social media sometimes to make a difference. What happened here was that this guy was following Zen-Dragon on Instagram, and he reached out to me asking if if I had any ideas for how he could get a sponsorship, and I decided actually to donate my Zen-Dragon earnings, which aren't a lot here in Denmark, to the project, but they've managed to afford new equipment and such. And the project is all about helping out youths in the capital of Honduras, where there's a lot of crime, keeping them off the streets through free Taekwondo lessons, as well as motivating them to stay in school. Now, let's move on, because the YouTube channel is the heart and soul of my project Zen-Dragon, and that's what we're gonna focus on mostly. So let's see if I can find my very first upload. It's right here. So I've lined up the videos I want to show you.
Place to better yourself through martial arts. Today we're gonna work on our fingertip strength.
And I'm just gonna turn off the sound. Hopefully this video won't have any copyright issues. But I actually chose a piece of music from the YouTube editor, which apparently has a copyright issue. And I didn't know this to begin with, so that music is playing in most of my early videos. Hopefully this video won't get flagged. I think I may have managed to turn off the sound just in time. But the phrase I just said, "Welcome to Zen-Dragon, the place to better yourself through martial arts," that was like a catchphrase which I just kept repeating over and over throughout the first many videos, like probably the first 6 months or so. It's kind of fun to look back on. But let's see this. So this is a fight scene. And this was recorded years prior to the idea of Zen-Dragon. And when I started Zen-Dragon, I just asked my friend if it was okay to use this because I needed more content. But I highly recommend, if you want to have fun, and also it's a great way to train actually, I recommend as martial artists to try and like make fight scenes. And if you feel like it, then even record them and stuff, because with getting things on in the correct angles and everything and the timing and everything, you end up doing a lot of repetitions. So there's a lot of training actually in it. Now let's move on. This one, another early video, and there's no music playing, so I can put the sound on. A lot of wind noise here.
And as you can see, I hit the bar, or rather the post. Then there's the other one which has less range. And as you can see, I missed the opponent here. So in order to be successful with the short one, we're gonna use a setup. And we're gonna feint with a front kick to come closer. So this doesn't work in self-defense, but if you're fighting someone who's trying to figure out your style and your patterns, you can do a few times. You can do like jab cross and
I think this is a good point. Like if you want to move in close for a close range attack, then you can feint with a front kick to make that important step to get in close. And this video actually, it was recorded, as you can tell, not horizontally but vertically. And at the time I didn't have any camera person, I didn't have any tripods or anything. I was saving money at the time. I had like no money at all. But I just asked the person standing there if she was okay with the recording for just a second, and that's the story of that video. Let's move on. So this was a bit of a cool experience with Zen-Dragon, because I'd planned to go on a trip prior to launching Zen-Dragon, and I went to Sweden with some friends, and I think I can find just a few pictures from the trip. And it was just great to hang out with friends and be in nature. And I remember this clearly because I was so inspired and motivated to make Zen-Dragon content and just coming up with ideas all the time. So we recorded quite a few videos actually on the trip. And it was a little bit cold, but it was very peaceful just being out there in the outdoors. Great times. Alright, let's move on. So this video was also the first time, I think one of the first times I had a friend who'd also done some martial arts appear in the video, and you'll see in just a moment my friend Hadja showing some skills with the staff. just having this kind of environment to record in was just really nice at the time. Now let's move on. So I picked this video as well because, again, it was an opportunity to meet with someone else who could share something I wasn't able to share, as he's a specialist with katanas.
It's a wooden katana. It's called bokken. This thing is called saya. So now we can explain something about the part of the katana of the bokken. This is the tsuka. This is the part where we put our hands. And the blade is called ha. The most particular things about the katana is we call it Japanese sword, but it's better to say that it's a saber, because he has just one thing, one side sharpened. Then we have the back part, it's called une, and the most sharper part is this one, it's 15 centimeters, it's called monoichi. So it is.
And something interesting happens in this video, because let's move on a bit. So he's demonstrating some basic cuts, and he also demonstrates some traditional kata, and in one of them there's kind of, a guy actually ended up photobombing the experience a little bit. So I think it's this one, which is like he's sitting down, which I really like about this kata, but you'll notice oops, let's get back. You'll notice this guy, who is actually a very nice guy and a martial artist himself. I trained with him, but he's kind of distracting from the kata. And of course I didn't notice until the recording was done and I'd hit it home. So if you're thinking about creating video content or just got started with it, then it's a good idea to watch the video before moving onwards, because I didn't have any chance to record again. Still a good video, I think. You can find it on my channel, Lessons of a Modern Samurai. Now, I've picked this video to show as well. And
welcome to Zen-Dragon, the place to better yourself, martial arts.
Again, with that catchphrase.
When you're outside waiting for the bus or something, it's actually a great opportunity.
And again, the premise here is that you can use any type of environment to implement in your training, which is true. And see, so like Spider-Man crawls is a great exercise, and like doing them in a public place like that, it was kind of a fun memory. Just no one looking at me, no one paying attention, but I'm sure they were thinking, this guy must be crazy or something. Some dips. That music again, I hope this video didn't catch a copyright infringement because of that. Some precision training. Like just that slight piece of music where I was doing the splits. Never mind, let's watch this.
If someone walks by, you can use them for practice.
Don't follow that advice. This was a shout out to wether, who appeared in this video. I don't think he's in Denmark anymore, but if he's still watching, then shout out to wether. I used to train with the guy. And I'm hoping this video doesn't get flagged, because it's not so much about monetizing the video. It's more that I really made this video to inspire some of you who are either going through tough times or really want to create something with your passion and make a difference somehow. So, and I know if the video gets flagged with the algorithm, that's most likely going to mean that it won't get as many views and I won't be able to reach out to people. So this video is about how you can use your passion to make a difference. This one called Your Skills Can Make the Difference. And the example I provide is this homeless guy I met and started training with, I think just a little while after starting Zen-Dragon. And yeah, at first he didn't want to appear in any kind of video. I thought like it would be great to really showcase how even with the most difficult of circumstances you can still try and apply yourself, and even though it's difficult being homeless you can still try and train and try and have some other moments. Let's see, this is like just a brief recording from my training with the guy. And so yeah, at first he didn't want to appear in any videos, but then after he learned some skills he felt a little more confident and he thought it would be fun. And we didn't bring a camera or anything, but this kid walked by and asked the kid to record with the cell phone, and so that's how this moment was recorded. Great memory. And what's kind of strange is actually I met this guy just a few weeks back. Oops. But I wasn't expecting to meet the person at the time. I just met up with another friend whom I hadn't seen in a long time. And so I just briefly said hello and stuff and then went on about my ways. And then the thought hit me that I should buy some food for this guy. And I went back, I bought some food, but unfortunately he was gone. Which just goes to show that, like, if you have an idea, then act on it right away, because you don't know when the change won't be there anymore. And this video I've chosen because it was a step up in production quality, I think. Keep calm and solve the conflict.
Hey, you're that guy from that stupid sword video, aren't you? Yeah, Zen-Dragon. I hate that stupid shit.
Almost Scorsese-like. So basically, my friend appearing in the video, he knows a lot about making movies and he even took some acting courses, and it really helped with the production of this video. Let's see.
Well,
just move back.
Well, what do you
So here's like, instead of violence you can
what
do this.
do you like?
Progressive, hardcore, death nu metal.
And watch that instead. Hey guys, by being calm, you can solve a lot of conflicts. So the next time someone high-tempered faces you, try to talk it out.
Yeah. And let's move on. So the next video I'm going to show is the Draw My Life video, which if you're curious about me and my story, then definitely check this one out.
My brother and I were delivered by C-section. I was positioned to enter the world first, but my brother pulled me back and went out first instead. This reflects our personalities. My brother is driven, determined, and dominant, while I am laid back, peaceful, and tend to go with the flow. We were placed in an orphanage against our will. This happened 3 times.
So basically, this is the story of me since birth and up until the point of having started Zen-Dragon and having done a lot of videos, but much has happened since. So I want to reach out to Jens Friborg, the illustrator behind this video, and I'm gonna do a part 2 at some point because there's so many goals I've accomplished since, and it's been such a crazy ride. So I really want to share the rest of my story thus far. Now let's move on. Alright, so this was a special experience for me doing my first public talk, and it was on the subject of work-life balance. See?
Seeing as I'm a martial artist and you're all gathered here, I figured it would be fun to do just like a basic martial movement, because who knows, perhaps someone who doesn't know it is passionate about martial arts, and also just to have you engaged. So I'm gonna do this very slowly, and I'm gonna explain what I'm doing. You're gonna... Okay? Are you guys ready to try and do it a bit quick? No? Okay. We have to try anyways. Okay. So, rocks, right. Are you working?
So I really wanna
Yes.
do some more public speaking. It was a great fun experience, and
I just wanted to try that
I think the best part was towards the end,
Thank you.
where we had a Q&A session and a lot of great questions popped up.
We find it difficult even to find what we want to do.
There's a lot of things I'm passionate about, but like my passion for martial arts, it has always been there without me really thinking much about it, just from the fact of just watching like martial arts movie and just thinking, oh, that looks cool, like a lot of kids do, and I never did anything about it until I was like 24 years old, and I walked by this poster.
33
Club,
years
and it's
now.
actually where I practice today, and I'm also an instructor, and just taking that step in that direction turned it from just something I was sort of interested in to becoming like a real passion.
And definitely check out this video. I recommend there's both the full talk, which is like an hour long, but I recommend checking out the excerpts from the public talk. There's a lot of great points, especially towards the end. Now let's move on. Okay, so KCK Warrior Day, something I hope to do again sometime. Let's see. And I'm just gonna describe what this was. It was an event where I reached out to Kultur Østerbro and KCK Kulturcenter Kildevæld in Denmark, and we came up with this idea, and I used my network of friends who are martial artists. So we created this day with a lot of free lessons in martial arts for all kinds of people in the local area, and a lot of fun activities. My friend Juma, the ninja warrior, riding warrior shots of ginger, and it was just a great fun experience. I wish I had better camera equipment and I probably didn't have the time anyways to like record anything more, because I was so busy that day. I was both a part of the promotion and just making sure everything ran smoothly. I couldn't have done this without the help of Kultur Østerbro, obviously. And I want to reach out to them again and do a Warrior Day Part 2 at some point. But I'm still doing Zen-Dragon, and I also have full-time work, which I didn't have at the time, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I have the time to make it something special if I'm doing this again. Now, let's move on. This it says vlog episode 3, but this was my first proper vlog, I feel, with the occasional vlog format.
Show you something from yesterday. I did some voluntary work doing a workshop. People at
And so, let's just watch this bit. So people have sometimes asked me if I'd like to do more vlogging, and I do enjoy vlogging, but there's a reason why it's called the occasional vlog, which is because it can be difficult to focus on the moment while you're recording and stuff. So I don't want to vlog all the time or anything, but if you want to catch more from my everyday life, and both with Zen-Dragon and everything else in my life, as well as my project Mogang, then I definitely recommend visiting Zen-Dragon on Instagram. And the website doesn't have the stories, but you can see I have 3 categories of stories. I have live, and I have Zen-Dragon, and I have the project Mogang. So, like, just moments captured from when I was traveling, and just it's pretty easy to capture some moments. So sporadically I'll be sharing some moments here on Instagram, and that's like the main difference between this platform, Instagram, and for instance YouTube, in the way I choose to use it. And just like everyday moments, like trying to bike in Copenhagen. This is my dad's place, and as you can tell, perhaps it's not. I'm really fortunate to have had the chance to live there for free for a while starting Zen-Dragon and saving up money, because that's why I've been able to buy the apartment, which I'll be showing in this video in just a moment, and which I've actually managed to sell now. I'm living across the street now. Let's see. So this apartment, and it's kind of broken down, but it was still a big step up for me moving in here. And right before moving in, I'd met my girlfriend who lived just across the street. So that's where I'm living now, and this apartment has been sold. And I couldn't have done that without the support from my dad, who let me stay in his apartment for free while just saving up money and just grinding and hustling. So yeah, but so that was my first vlog. And like I said, check out the Instagram stories if you want to catch more moments from my life. I'll still be doing occasional vlogs, but only occasionally. And this is, I think this is my first compilation video. The internet is a little bit slow today. Sorry about that.
Some of the worst martial arts has to offer. Now, before we get this going, let me just say, I don't want to put anyone down. It's not like I'm the perfect martial artist. And as for the good stuff, just realize that these people failed many times to get to the point where they're at.
This is called a pick grip. We're going to show a defense against a pick grip. Block I'm going to use is actually a dragon jaw block. I overlap the thumb of the opposite hand. It's important to have this position. Here, the impact may break my thumbs. Further apart, it's going to slip through.
This is actually one of my favorite videos on this channel. I think it's one of the underrated ones. Just like the title says, the best and worst of martial arts. They took actually quite a bit of effort to edit this. The timing, the music and everything. And just collecting all of the footage. There's some rare footage in there. But let's move on. This is one of the strangest videos on this channel. And especially the story behind it. So this wasn't actually planned. This was just a spontaneous decision, I think because of my hair, which I'm going to grow out again. But especially at the time, I kind of looked like a cheesy 80s action hero, I guess. And so my friend Hodja, the guy I'm mentioning here, and I'll get back to that, he had this idea to just record a few Snapchat moments and have me act out like if it were Miami Vice or something. and my friend here, Arash, who's just had the perfect look for a guard in the video. And all of this was just for Snapchat and not even on my phone, but my friend Hodja helped me edit this and turn it into a video.
Like this video? If you like to see more comedy content on this channel, then hit thumbs up. Also, a special thanks to my friend Hodja Berlo. You may know him as Neonbite. He's worked with Prince E, among others, and he's done some spectacular visual stuff on his own. So if you haven't heard of Neonbite, I'll leave some links down below for you guys to check out.
You can find Neonbite on Facebook or on Instagram. Just type in Neonbite, and yeah, he's a great artist and a great friend. Check him out. And like I said in the video, if you'd like to see more comedic content, then for sure just let me know. I'd love to do more martial arts spoofs and stuff like that. I really like to mix things up here, which is what I'm doing in this video, combining the nunchaku and the broadsword. And so these two weapons are not traditionally combined, but it was great training. Like, they're really difficult to combine because one is a short weapon and the other is a long one, so the reach is very different, and like the nunchaku is a bit of a soft weapon while the broadsword is more of a hard weapon, but it was a great experiment for just practicing coordination and focus, even though I'd never combined these weapons in a context of war. I'd probably go for a machine gun or an Uzi or something, but like even back centuries ago when people were fighting with broadswords on the battlefield, this wouldn't be the most practical combination. But great practice, and I think fun to see as well for the audience. Unfortunately, this was recorded on a cell phone, and it was during winter time, so not the best lighting conditions. So yeah. Now let's move on. Okay, so this video had a significant impact on the channel. Kung Fu and UFC. Some of you may have seen it before, but I just want to share a little background about this video. I had the idea to do the video for a long time because I recognized a lot of techniques from Kung Fu being done more frequently in mixed martial arts. But it took ages to create this video because, like, whenever I'd seen a technique and I knew it was a part of Kung Fu, then I just had to look through tons of Kung Fu movies and Kung Fu videos, like Taolu and performances, and just to find the exact same matching technique. Like, for instance, that kick with John Jones. I've seen that crescent kick and I've done it a million times in Kung Fu practice, but finding just that brief clip, that took ages. So the entire video took a long time to make, but I knew that it like really had potential to reach a large audience. So I also invested some money in Facebook advertisements. I believe this was one of the first times I actually sponsored a Facebook post about a video here on YouTube. And yeah, it just grew. I believe it reached about 5,000 views the first day, which at the time I wasn't getting a lot of views, and even today, like, it might be something like a couple of hundred views for a video just uploaded. But or even like a successful video might get 1,000 views today in one day. But yeah, but this was crazy at the time, and it just kept on building the momentum. And I think a big part of the reason was also that I decided to respond to every single comment. And if any of you are thinking about like making it big on this platform, then it's important to definitely respond to comments and stuff like that, because especially if you get like a major hit video like this, a viral video, I remember just responding to like 15 comments a day for that video alone, and it took a lot of time. And even like today, a long time after, I'll still be responding to at least 4 or 5 comments per day, but it keeps the video active. And I think actually the reason why I'm most proud of the video is because it's sparked a lot of great discussions in the comment section, which is not that common here on YouTube. But I think part of that is because I've been encouraging comments and been sharing historical information and stuff. Anyways, let's move on. So here, something else that you don't get to see often on YouTube, a black screen. Some actual sparring with animal style techniques and grappling as well. And I try to share the kind of content you don't see that often. So here he has me in a headlock, and watch how I bring his head back and secure a triangle choke actually. And eventually he taps. Just great experience. So check out that video if you want to see that kind of sparring. I also have more kickboxing or center like sparring on this channel, as well as a lot of weapon sparring. Now let's see, speaking of weapon sparring, I'm just gonna share this video, and this is gonna be probably the final video or something I'll be sharing. My trip to Italy last summer. And this was an amazing experience.
Okay, so I just got done weapon sparring with the Vesuvian sheeps, and it was a great fun experience. As you can see, I got hit a bit, like here on the arm, and here beneath the chest, and right here.
Definitely check out the Vesuvian sheeps on YouTube if you're into weapon sparring. They have a lot of full contact weapon sparring videos. They don't have a lot of subscribers, but if you search for them, you'll find them. And this video shows a lot of clips from sparring videos recorded down there. Kung Fu versus Capoeira. The full video has been uploaded since. And actually, in the sparring session, Cristiano, who's a great guy, but he actually poked me in the eye, and it was one of the worst injuries I've dealt with, actually, because it just got gradually worse, and it was at the point where I could hardly walk outside, like the day after. And I knew I'd planned, and I'd come all the way to Italy to do some weapon sparring with the Vesuvian sheeps, and I almost had to cancel, but just the day before I'd finally fully recovered, and so that's when this was recorded, and all of the other sparring videos recorded on that trip. Guandao versus Pudao. Again, you can find the full video here on this channel.
Short team with Markov from Zen-Dragon project. At Triathlon Sequence Shivaistic Kung Fu School. And we are very, very happy to have Michael here with us. It was my big dream this, and for this I prepared this certificated for friendship and appreciation of your hard work in martial arts.
And it's interesting that he says it was his big dream, because it was really just like a major dream of mine to be able to come to Italy and actually meet up with people who were subscribed to my channel and record with a great martial artist like himself, Cristiano. So
Thank you.
I think it was a mutual dream come true in many ways. And his young student, very talented young student, definitely check out this video if you're into weapon sparring. So it's Tonfa and Tomahawk, as you can see. Those tomahawks really hurt, but it was a great session, and yeah, check it out. And I think coming up next is a very special moment. Also some knife sparring, obviously not with real knives. Now, but coming up, there's a moment where Cristiano actually nominated me for an award at the city hall in Napoli, and it was just like a true surreal moment for me, and something I'd never experienced had it not been for choosing to share my passion for martial arts with Zen-Dragon. So let's just see the brief footage here. And I'm holding the Zen-Dragon tank top. And like, so this was like, I had no idea what to expect. I just knew that I'd been nominated for an award at the City Hall of Napoli, and I certainly wasn't the only person nominated that day. There were many different experts in different fields and athletes and different people being honored that day. But I think a big part of the reason why I was handed this award was probably not just from my skills, because let's face it, there's a lot of skilled martial artists and my skills are not that awe-inspiring at all. But I think a significant reason was because I chosen to share that passion, and I've managed to inspire some people here. So I feel like those of you watching and those of you engaging especially really played a role in this. So like it says on screen, Zen-Dragon may be my project, but it's our community. And I truly feel that way, and I hope you guys do as well. And this was pretty crazy. Again, the full video can be found here on this channel. So these are wooden weapons, but his trident, it's pretty pointy and it's kind of sharp. So that's why I got those scars at the beginning of this video. And just another great experience sparring like this. And I think in just a moment or two, you're gonna watch me fail. Oops. And again. Yeah, I found out I needed to work some more on my edge alignment that day. But a great experience. And I really feel I've had a lot of great experiences which have come from sharing my passion for martial arts. And I was even inducted into the Vesuvian Sheeps as a special member of that group. So yeah. Zen Sheep. They all have their special names, and mine was Zen Sheep. And I think I'm just gonna perhaps just share one more moment, because I was able to do some backpacking, as many of you know, around the end of last year. And let's say Bogota Kung Fu, the video should pop up. Yeah. So because this was a special experience as well, and I'm just gonna share a little bit about it, because actually the first time I heard of the art of Bogota, it was from watching Brooklyn Monk, who's a fellow YouTuber, and his show called Martial Arts Odyssey. And at the time I remember just watching and just imagining how cool it would be to be a YouTuber and be able to travel the world and train martial arts and stuff like that. And if you're into Bogota, if you caught my videos about it and became curious about the art of Bogota, then definitely check out Brooklyn Monk. He has a lot of content about Bogota, which is rare to find on YouTube otherwise. But yeah, so it was pretty special, because I remember watching this type of content and just it was a dream of mine to be able to do something like this. And then I went to Siem Reap and met up with Makara. And I was so happy to be able to provide the opportunity for him to share this great art of Bogota. There's some great techniques in this video, but if you want to catch more of those, then it's easy to find here on my channel. And that's the Hanuman takedown, Bogota monkey style technique, and tiger at the end. just actually I'm just gonna mention something, because upon going home I just found out about the situation a little while back with Makara and his son, and unfortunately his son needs an operation which can be difficult. Let's see if I can find the link. I know I've shared it on the Zen-Dragon Facebook page, but there's actually a GoFundMe campaign to donate money so his kid can have this operation. And there's a martial artist who set up the GoFundMe campaign and is doing a lot to reach out to people, so I definitely want to support that cause as well. And right here, click here to support Makara's son, and it's Shane Gregory who set up this GoFundMe campaign, and I'll put a link in the description for this campaign so you can help him out. And the son is in a lot of pain. I caught a live video at some point where it's just kind of heartbreaking, and I also want to reach out and donate some money, but like I just need to find out. I need to get a credit card first of all, because I've been hacked recently, as I think I mentioned briefly, and I've been having some weird things happening on my bank account. So yeah, so I just want to get that fixed, and then I want to donate some money. And you can see here the goal is to reach $15,000, and they're already more than a third of the way. So definitely, if you can donate some to his kid, then that would be great for sure. And so I don't want to end this video simply on that note. What I do want to say is, like, let's make the screen a little bigger so it can be more personal. If you have a dream or something, then I think you should just get started acting on it. And I think you may have heard this before, but you truly need to fall in love with the process, because it's going to take probably a long time and definitely some hard work. So if you're just focused on the end result, then chances are you won't keep working as you experience ups and downs. And that's how it's been with Zen-Dragon for me. And like, I started this, I think perhaps 2 years or 3 years back or something, I'm not even sure, but it's changed my life in many ways, and I've accomplished a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish, and I still have some lofty big dreams which I've yet to accomplish, and whether I do or not, we'll see. But if you stay consistent with something, then definitely you're gonna move much further in that path. So definitely just hang in there. And if you're feeling like you don't have the chance to create something with your life or something because you're feeling like you've had difficult circumstances, then just watch my Draw My Life video, or just search online for people with difficult circumstances, and you'll find there's people who grew up in different parts of the world where it's much more difficult, and they still manage somehow to create a way. Or just even like, we're not always dealt the best deck of cards, but what matters the most, I believe, is how you choose to play them. And it's not about winning the game of cards, if we're going to continue that metaphor. It's about enjoying the process, because that's how you ensure that you'll be winning regardless of the outcome which you can't fully control. Because the win, I think the win is enjoying the process. Like even sometimes, even though I've become more successful in the last year, I feel like in some ways I was happier in the year prior to that. So my focus has been lately on not trying to work as hard on the results, but to relax a little more and enjoy what I've accomplished and just the everyday moments. So I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoyed this video. That's about it. Thanks for watching.